Hey there, this is Tracking25 and welcome back to another Redstone tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you guys how to build the Redstone slot machine that I had built on almost all of my worlds, which is a really cool money game. Now how the slot machine works, it is very simple. Right over here, there's a dropper filled with redstone dust. I'm using that as a payment option, and when you flick the lever up and down, the slot machine is going to go round and around, eventually stop on blocks, and depending on which blocks it stops on, you might either win a prize, or you can have it set up to a trap. But anyways, this slot machine is so much fun to play and should be in every single world that you do. I'm going to get on with the tutorial right now, but it's going to be a little bit long tutorial and it might be a little bit too fast. And if it's a bit too fast, you can just pause the video every now and then, just because as you see in the back, there are a lot of moving parts. So I'll try and take it slow, but anyways, let's get on with the tutorial. So to start off the slot machine, we're going to build 3 exact wheels like this over here. This is what pushes the blocks around, and it's the beginning of the slot machine. Now the front of the slot machine where all the blocks go is going to be this side over here. So what you can do is just build out a little small platform just out over there, just like this. Just so you know that this side is going to be the front of the slot machine and this side is going to be the back of the slot machine. Now I made a little template right over here so you can just follow it right now, or you can just follow me just like this. So to start with the slot machine, you just have to put up 2 blocks just like that, and place a piston facing this way, then fill out it with 4 blocks just like that. Now under this 4th block over here, you need to have a piston facing upwards, break that bottom block over there, and do another 4 blocks, so that's already 1 block there, so 1, 2, 3 to make 4. As you can see over there, you need a piston over there facing this way, so just place a couple temporary blocks, place a piston there, fill it out with 4 blocks, just like that, and the last one is the piston facing downward like that there. So once you do that, you fill it out with all the blocks over here, and perfect. Now what we'll have to do is just change the blocks out to solid blocks and some glass blocks, but before you do that, we have to build another one of these over here. So like I said before, you have to place up 2 blocks like that, and I forgot to say you have to space it by 2 blocks just like this. So you have to place another 2 blocks just like that. These are going to be your 3 wheels. So once you're done your 3rd wheel, we can get on with the next step. Once we have finished our wheel, we can get on with placing the blocks we need to win and lose. Now for the winning blocks, I'll be placing a diamond block and blue glass, and for the losing blocks, I'll be keeping it white glass and then the wool. Now we have to put in these in specific spots, so you have to follow this pattern over here. So when we go to the bottom over there, next to this block over there, you just want to break that block there, and then this block over here has to be a winning block, a full one. So I'll put a diamond block there. Now the next block over here has to be a glass block that you lose on, so I'm going to be keeping that right there. Now this next block over here, it has to be a full block that you lose on. Since white is the full block I lose, I'm placing white over there. Now the next block over here has to be a glass that you win on, so I'm breaking this one there and putting that glass over there. And then the next block over here is the glass that we lose on, so it's going to stay white. Over here, I can break that block over there, so that's good. And now the next block that we need is going to be a block that we win on, so I have to place a diamond over there. And the next one over here is the glass that we lose on, so it's going to stay white. And this one over here is a full block that we lose on, so I have to change it to a wool full block. Now the next one over here is going to be a glass that we win on, so I can change it to blue. And the last one over here is a glass that we lose on, so I'll leave it like that. Now this is going to be the pattern over here. It's very confusing, but if you follow what I said, then it should work. And just to reiterate, it has to be an empty block over there. You win on this, lose on a full block. You win on this, lose, empty. You win on this, lose on a full block. You win on this, and then a glass that you lose on. It's a little bit confusing, but if you follow the same pattern over here, with these 2 blocks being the ones that you win on, being full and glass, then you should be fine with your slot machine. Now once you've done this one over here, you just gotta complete these out over there and then move on to the next step. Once all your blocks are placed, the wheel should look exactly like this, with the exact same blocks at the exact same places on all 3 wheels. You may notice that there's actually a pattern going over here, which is winning block, losing glass, full block, winning glass, and then losing glass. It's the same thing going around, so if you didn't understand exactly what I meant before, you can just follow that pattern right over there and you should get it. Now we're actually going to put in the piston that pushes the block out. Now over here in the back of the slot machine wheels, you want to place a temporary block right there, or actually keep that block over there, and then break those blocks just like that over there. And do the same thing on all 3 of them over here. Just break that block over there, and then same thing over here. and break these 2 blocks over there. And then we're going to actually put a redstone torch on this block over here, on all 3 of them. What I like doing is building all 3 at the same time to make sure I don't make a mistake. Then in front of here, we're going to put a sticky piston on that block, which pushes the block out. And then one more over here, which pushes the block out. This actually makes it so that the reel over here actually pushes into the wall over there. So let's say, for instance, this is your wall. It's flush with the wall just like that and not indented with it, so you can hide it a whole bunch easier than other slot machines or other reels. So once you've done that, we can now get on with the next step of the slot machine. Now the redstone's going to get a little bit complicated, so you want to make sure you follow exact same steps. On this back piston over here, what you want to do is place a observer facing downward on this block right over there, and then a block down over here. And then over here on this observer, you want to place a repeater and set it to 2 ticks. Then actually above this repeater, you want to place an observer just like that, with another block just on top of it, just like that here. And then we're going to be putting redstone on that in a second. And you want to repeat this for the exact same things over here. So you have to place a observer on this block over here, observer on this block over here, a block down over here, just like that, and then a repeater set to 2 ticks. 2 ticks, and then the observer facing upwards just like that, with another block over here, and then another block over here. Now we're going to wire up the top 2 pistons right over here, and to do that we have to place a temporary block just right there, then go up 1 block like that, and place 3 blocks over here with redstone on this block and that block there, that one as well, and then place the repeater set to 2 ticks right over here. Now we have to place the observer facing this way, so we want to go on that redstone dust just right over there. Place the observer like that, and then place a block just right over there, another block actually right here, another block down over there to make a little triangle like that, and on this block over here we want to place a repeater set to 4 ticks, and then another block behind it just like that, with redstone dust on this block over here. Now this actually wires up the top 2 pistons over there, and we're going to repeat that same thing over here for the next 2 pistons over there. So I'll just do this one over here, and what you can do is you can just pause the video and then just do these steps like I'm doing right now, and then once you're done we can get on to the next step. Now when you've finished wiring up all the 3 pistons, or actually the 6 pistons at the top over there, we're going to wire the bottom 2 now for all these over here. So now you want to place 2 blocks next to that bottom block over there, and you want to place redstone dust on this block, redstone dust on that block there, and then a repeater right over here set to 2 ticks, and then in front of that repeater you want to place a block up just like that. You don't need those blocks over there. Then 2 blocks this way and redstone dust on these 2 blocks over here. That powers that bottom piston over there. And for over here, what we want to do is get an observer, place it facing this way, making sure that the face is just like that, and then place a block down over here with a repeater set to 4 ticks, 4, and then up over here you just want to place a block and then redstone dust, and that is the wiring for the bottom pistons over there. Now to make everything work, what you want to do is come back to this section over here, and you have to place an observer facing into that repeater just right there. So you can place a temporary block just right over here, and then when you place the observer, perfect, everything should be done. Now to give it a little bit of test, what I like doing is placing a block here, and then breaking the block, just to make sure that everything cycles around. Everything looks fine, everything's moving fine. Perfect, it seems like everything is working fine. So now what you can do is just pause the video again and then complete this exact step for the other 2 reels right over there. So once you have finished placing all the redstone, we have now reached the halfway through the tutorial. And next thing we have to do now is just place a full block behind these observers right over here, and then go out 3 blocks just like that, and break these 2 blocks over here, 3, break the 2 over there, 3, break the 2 over there, and then place a sticky piston facing this way, just like that, and then we can break these back blocks over here. And under the piston you want to place another block just like that, make sure it's full, and then go out at a diagonal like this, and like that, and one more over here, and then you just want to place a repeater on all these blocks right over there. Now the next thing we have to do is just setting up the randomization for the reels, and that's going to be individual for all these over here, but they're the exact same setup. So now we're going to be building the randomizers for the slot machine, and the 2 outside ones have the exact same build, just the opposite of each other. So to build the outside one, what you're going to do is go on this repeater right over here and place up 2 blocks just like that, and then have a sticky piston facing this way, then a redstone block in front of that sticky piston. Now behind the sticky piston you want to place 4 blocks going this way like that, and when you get to the end you want to go down by 1 block over here, and then place 6 blocks just like this, and like that. And then you want to place a comparator on this block over here, this block over here, then redstone dust on all these blocks, just right over there. You should see that the pistons are going to push out the block just like that. Now next thing we have to do is come back to this back block over here and place a block down over there, a regular piston up like that, and then just a sand block or gravel has to be a block affected by gravity, and then 2 more blocks going this way with a sticky piston facing this way, and then a block of redstone just like that over there. Now this is going to be step 1 for the randomizer. You want to repeat this exact same thing, just the opposite on this side over here. So we're going to do the exact same thing over here by placing 2 blocks like that with the sticky piston facing this way and the redstone block over there, and then going behind this piston placing 4 blocks going this way, going down by 1 block, and then placing 6. I don't like that block, so I'll destroy it. And then you want to place the comparator facing this way, and then redstone dust on all the blocks over there. Make sure the sticky piston pushes out the block, pushes it out, perfect. You want to place a normal block over here with a piston on top over there and a sand block there, with 2 blocks going this way to cut off that current, sticky piston here, and then a block of redstone like that. So now we have set up the 2 outside randomizers. So now for the middle one, we're going to do things a little bit differently. What you want to do is above this repeater over there, you just want to place a block up just like that, redstone dust over here, with another block on top of that there, and one just right over here in front of the redstone dust, if I can get it, perfect like that, and then place the repeater there, and actually break this one down over here, because we're going to be doing the same thing we have over here, just up top over here, so nothing interferes down over there. So, just like we did before, you want to go at a diagonal from this over here, and then place a sticky piston facing this way, with a redstone block just right over there. You can break that block over there, and then go out 4 blocks from this piston over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go down 1 block, just like this, break those blocks over there, and then go out 6, just like before, with the comparator on this block here, and that block there, filled out with redstone dust on all the blocks. It should do its magic push out, perfect, and then we have our normal block over here, with a piston facing upward, and sand on top of that there, 2 blocks over here, and the sticky piston facing this way with the redstone block on that there. Now we set up all the templates over here. Now we've got to put in a couple droppers and hoppers, and then the slot machine is all done. To finish off the slot machine, what you want to do is for the outside ones, we're going to go next to the redstone block over here, and we have to place a dropper facing upward just like that with a hopper on top of it over here. Then we have to place out 2 blocks in front of this dropper like that. And then in front of this hopper over here, we have to place a comparator. Now inside the dropper, what we have to do is place in 6 items. We need 1 non-stackable item, and then the rest just one of those, one of those, one of those, and one of those. Making sure that you have 6 pretty much items total, with 1 of them being non-stackable there. That's just for the randomization for the machine. Now we should put a piece of redstone there, and that one is all done. And we're going to repeat the exact same thing on this side over here by placing the dropper next to that redstone block right over there. Hopper on top of it here with 2 blocks facing this way. So I can place them like that, perfect. And then in front of that we place the comparator, just like that, redstone dust here, there. And then fill this dropper up with a 1 non-stackable, 1 of you, let's put 1 of you there, and 1 of you, and let's put the hopper in there, and 1 of you. Perfect. So we have these 2 sides all done. Now we're going to do the exact same thing for this one over here. Same setup like that with the dropper over here. Top it with the hopper. 2 blocks going this way. 1, 2. And then redstone on these 2 over there. And comparator right over here. And inside of it there, same thing. 1. I'm running out of blocks. I am running out of blocks. Luckily I have enough. Just like that. And perfect, and everything should be good. Now the last step is why I didn't do it before, just so the slot machine doesn't keep going on and on. You just want to place a repeater in front of that piston over there, a repeater in front of this piston over here, and then just right over there. So now if I were to power this off, let's say I do this, that's going to keep going around and around and around until the randomizer stops it over there, and that's how the slot machine pretty much ends on its sim over there. What's going to happen is it's going to send a signal up over there to pull that block in, and that's how the slot machine stops. So now we just have to put in the last bells and whistles, and we're almost done the slot machine. Now that the randomizers and everything is completely set up, we have to set up the winning mechanism for the slot machine. So we have to go back to the reels over here, and on this bottom observer block, what you want to do is place a repeater just right over there with a block up over here. I'm actually color coding the blocks for green for win, and then a redstone torch on that block over there. Then another block in front of it down over here with redstone dust there. We're going to do that 2 more times over here, so it's the repeater on this block over here, if I can get there. With the block up just like that, redstone torch, block down over here, and then redstone dust on that block, and just to speed things up a little bit there, block over here, and then repeater over here, block over here, and then a torch on that block over there, and then dust down over here. What we're creating is a AND gate over here. So in front of this block over there, you want to place another repeater there, another repeater there, and another repeater there, and place redstone dust in front of all these repeaters right over there, and then you want to put that into a repeater just right here. Now what we're going to do is hook up this repeater into another piston right over there and make a little decay clock over here. Just because, say for instance, everything lands on the diamond blocks over there, you don't want the person to win right away. So like you saw before, I just put a sticky piston right over there. What you want to do is just place a redstone block over here, have a hopper facing into that one, and then make them face into each other. And in this hopper, what you want to put is about 10 items. Is that 10? Nope, 10. Perfect. And now over here, you have to place another comparator over there with a block right over here, and then you want to place a redstone torch on this block there. Now what's going to happen is once the 10 items leave this comparator or leave this hopper over here, this torch is going to turn on and then they would have won. And to make sure that's working over here, what you have to do is actually place a block down over here, and under this block over here next to the observer place a torch, and then the same thing over here, block down over there, under next to the observer over here place a torch, same thing over here, block down and then place a torch, and then you'll maybe see from the front over here that repeater is off. That means that it's on the diamond block and I would win. So let's say for instance this were all on blocks where you could win. If I just do some manipulating over here, that's on a winning block. You see that repeater turns off, and this one I need to do it twice to manipulate it. So boom and boom. That's on a winning block, that is off, which means this turns on after about 10 blocks and then they can win. Now to set up their prize, what you can do is just have redstone dust coming out over here, have a repeater just at the end of it there, and then break this block, place a piston, a block on top of it right over here, and a repeater coming out of it. This just creates a short signal. We're going to set that to 2 ticks. The next thing, you just have to place redstone dust on these blocks right over there, and have a comparator facing this way, comparator facing this way, and then if you want, you can just hook that up to a sticky piston, let's say right over here, and then have another redstone block on it right over there, or not if you don't want. You can just put a observer facing this way, and a observer that's over here facing this way. And what this is going to do, this is going to power this dropper to shoot out a certain amount of items because of the decay clock. So let's say for instance we won, so I'll just break this, put that there. They would win this many items that came out over there, but you can have this for whatever you want. You just gotta remember, you just have to have a repeater with a short pulse over there. It's just a decay clock over there, and you can place this either at the top like I have over there, at the bottom going up the item elevator, or you can have it just going into a random chest. So now there are 2 more steps to completing the slot machine. The first one is setting up the lights right over there to know when the slot machine has stopped, and this next one is just decorating the area and then putting in the payment system over there. So right now we're going to set up the lights, and to do that what you want to do is come to the outside blocks over there. You just want to place a couple blocks up like that, making sure that this block is at diagonal from the redstone block. You want to place the repeater right over here with a block in front of it there, and then a torch on this block right over here, and then you want to go up a block like that. And you want to fill this block out with redstone dust, or you can just go out to the end like this already, and then when you get to that light you just want to make sure you're going to go up 1 block and then go on top of the light, and then you can fill it out with the redstone dust, and you have to make sure that this is less than 15. If not, then we have to put a repeater in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's exactly 15, which is perfect. So we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side over here. And you place the block down like that to get at the diagonal. Break that over there. Place your repeater. And then a block up like this. And then torch. And then block. And then we go out until we get to the end over here. And we go up a block. And then we go across. Break this one over there, and then put the redstone dust, and then we have the outside ones all done. Then the middle one's going to be a little bit different just because of the shape and form of it. For the middle one, we're going to do the same diagonal over here, placing the repeater just like that. Just instead of going up with a block right away, we want to go out one block and then another block, and then you put the little torch on this block there, then redstone dust, only because it won't get to 15 if you do that before then. Then you go up, and then you can just go across until you get in line with that light over there. So that's in line, and then you go all the way to the end. And then when you get closer to the end, you can make a little staircase going up to that light. Just like that. Break those blocks, we don't need it. Nothing's going to be bud powered, should be fine. And place the redstone dust on all these blocks over here. And you should see that it just makes it to the 15 to turn that light on. So let's say the slot machine turns on. What's going to happen is these lights will only turn on when the slot machine is off. Now to set up the payment for the slot machine, we'll have to make an item filtering system. So I would just continue out and build the platform over here just so you can know where you want to put it. And remember, this is going to be where your wall is. So your wall is actually at that point over there. So maybe you want to put the payment system somewhere right in the middle, right over here, and that's fine. So over here, you just want to place your dropper right over there. And then you actually have to place a couple blocks just temporary right over here. 1, 2, 3 to be exact. And then over here, you have to put a hopper going into that block there, like that. And then this one going to that hopper over there. And you break this block, and then right over here, you place a chest. Now we're going to build a item filtering system right over here. And to do that, what you have to do is place a temporary block right there, break that one there, and place a torch on this block over here. Then over here, you want to place another block facing that way with a comparator reading right over here. And then you have to go out one block and then down one block, just like this. And then over here, you place another block just right there. Place 2 pieces of redstone dust and a repeater right there. And now we have our little filtering system over here. So I can fill this up with, let's say, glowstone. Glowstone, and then just for fun, I'll do that. So you'll see that it goes into this chest right over here. And we're going to actually take a signal from this hopper over here. And to do that, what you have to do is just place a block just right over there. Break those temporary ones over there. Have a comparator coming over here. And then just place another block with a repeater on it, just right over there. And then you have to send the signal all the way back to the back of the slot machine. So you want to make sure you count out the signal strength, and let's just use green wool so we know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and let's go down a bit. 8, and then 9, and then 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this is going to be 15. I'm going to fill that out with redstone dust. Just right over there. You'll see that nothing is going to interfere over there. And once you get to the 15, what you want to do is place a repeater down over here. And then we have to connect this current up to right here, and right here. It's all the points that are in front of this comparator over there. And to do that, I'm just going to basically go up just like that to connect over here, and then this one's gonna go up a bit more this way. It's going that way, just like that, and I connected over there, and then this one can just go across like this, and everything should be all connected. So if I put redstone dust on this one, and then this one, that one, everything should be good. Nothing is above the signal strength length. We don't need that block over there. And then we can give it a little test. So let's say I put glowstone in this dropper right over here, and I have to power it, and I'll get out a button to do so, or actually a lever like the other slot machine is used. I put it on the outside just right over there, and put it in and out. You should see the slot machine should start working. And then if I do win, the payment system will shoot out my items down over there. But unfortunately, I completely lost. And believe it or not, that is it. We have finally completed the slot machine. What I like to do for decorating it is just putting stair blocks, not like that, exactly like this, just to make sure it look like the slot machine is actually filled out and not really a hollow area. And then sometimes I just put out a couple over here. I don't have to put over there. I'll put some just blocks over there, blocks over here. And then I can put out stair blocks just right over here, just to make sure that it looks like the slot machine is completely filled out. There we go. Blocking any of the redstone so you can't see it, and then I'll put actually some oak wood blocks just down over there. You can decorate however you want. You don't have to necessarily use stair blocks. You can use any blocks in the game. Minecraft does have a lot of blocks, so you can do that. And I misjudged it by a bit. It's actually supposed to be right over here. Break those over there. And then for that over there, you can actually have just stair blocks blocking the top end over here. Just like that. Boom, boom. So you don't see any of the wool over there. That you can actually change that block for whatever you want. And the slot machine is pretty much done. What you can do in terms of the payment system down over here, you can have it pretty much maybe right in the middle, just right there, just so the items don't have to be collected over there. Or you can have a chest at the bottom over here, say for instance like a staircase going up to it, and that will be their payment chest. But I like to hide it pretty much so the other people can't see what they're getting, and I like it to be a surprise more or less for the slot machine. But anyways guys, that is going to do it for this redstone tutorial. Sorry it was a very long tutorial. It's by far one of my longest tutorials I've ever done. But I finally done the slot machine tutorial, so hopefully you guys use this in your world, and let's see if I can get a win. And actually I like changing this block to a normal one, and a normal one, and a normal one, and let's see if I get a win on camera. So glowstone go in, flick, flick, and diamond, nope, oh, 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 and look at that guys, I have not won. I won. Wow. Wow. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this tutorial. It's very rare that you win. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you put this in your world. Send me pictures on Twitter or just comment down below. But thank you so much for watching. It's been Tracking 25, and I'll see you guys in the next video.